Welcome to Friday, July the 31st, the brand new day we've all been waiting for. Eh? Eh? Yeah, I didn't do today's question. I bought more Italian brain rot trading cards. Didn't open either one of those. Because I ate when I got home from Parks and Rec, and then I napped because I had to go see the movie. I still ended up falling asleep during parts, almost falling asleep during parts of the movie. Anyway, I don't actually know how long it is. I did get, I got three cards. Is that upside down? Yes, that's upside down. I ended up getting three cards. I can't remember which one I picked up first. But as she was standing there getting all my stuff ready or whatever, I ended up grabbing the other two that were sitting there. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Because I heard her, after I got my drink and I walked away, I heard her, I guess the guy behind me, like the theater was packed, opening day, well, not really opening day, but opening Friday, whatever. Not everybody can go see it on Thursday or Wednesday or whenever it opened. But I heard the guy behind me in line, he must have asked if he could have one of the cards, or have the cards, and she was like, yeah, you can have one of them. Or she's like, you can take one, or something like that. And I was like, oops. Oh, well. She didn't tell me to put the other two back, so, because I saw they had a pile of them there. So I was like, oh, there might even be more designs than this. I don't know, but these are the ones that I ended up with. We have a B&B theater here in town. I think it's more of a local. I don't know if they're affiliated with anyone else. I know it's not AMC. It was AMC, but it's not AMC anymore. But anyway, yes, I haven't done the videos that I was going to do or supposed to do, whatever, but I wanted to get this up in a timely manner in case, opening weekend, and if you're trying to make that decision between maybe paying the upcharge to go see it in 3D or not. You might be planning on going to see Spiderman Brand New Day, but you can't decide if if the upcharge is worth it. So that's what I'm doing here. That's the 3 Diva has come to talk to you about my experience with the movie and how I felt about the 3D in it. It's not really. I think this is the third time I've done a 3D or 3 Diva video. So if you don't, if you're unfamiliar with what I'm doing here, I guess, that's what I'm just trying to tell you my experience and whether I feel the 3D upcharge is worth it or not. And there were moments. I mean, most of the movie is good in 3. I mean, it's a good movie to begin with. And of course, as far as Sadie Sink goes, drum roll please, surprising absolutely no one, she is in the movie. So there you go. That's what you wanted to know, I'm sure. But yeah, there's I forgot my train of thought there. But it's a good movie, and there's a lot of web slinging. I think that's where the movie is. Well, there are some character based moments where people are just in a room talking to each other. I mean, this is the fourth Spider-Man movie, right? So it's like you got to have these emotional beats with the characters and all these kind of stuff, yada yada yada, whatever. So the 3D wasn't really necessary or even really noticeable in those moments where, and there, I mean, it's a 2.5 hour movie. There are some of those moments, but we get a lot of web slinging through the city, which is really cool. Like, I've always wanted to see a Spider-Man movie in 3D, and I think this might be my first one that I finally got a chance to go see in 3D. I can't remember if I watched the others in 3D or not, but there's a lot of, and so I mean, I guess if you get vertigo, I mean, maybe the 3D isn't the way to go for you. And they gave me, I ended up trying they have like a clip-on glasses now. If you have regular glasses, I usually just get the ones and just put them over these glasses, but they were like a clip-on pair. Well, she said they were magnetic. They weren't. They have two little clips at the top, and you just put them over your face, over your regular glasses, and they because I wasn't sure if they would work, but they do. They work pretty good. So, if you're given that option, you already have glasses. They work really well. I had them on for I had them on for the trailer because there was a couple trailers they showed in 3D, and I was like, okay, I was like, this works. This is going to be fine, because I wasn't really sure. I went ahead and took both pairs just in case. But the clip-on glasses, if you were offered those, they do work, and they work really well. Because the 3D in the movie, that was worth it. Or was, I mean, I guess actually there. Was really good. Because you get to fly through the air with Spider-Man, through the buildings, in between the buildings, all that kind of stuff. That's cool. And generally, I'm like, all the fight scenes were pretty good in 3D. So, but then you have these more boring moments, I guess you might say, the more emotional beats to the movie that, like, I mean, you might be able to see a character like in front of another character, or closer to you than the other, but it's kind of two characters talking shit out. It doesn't really there's nothing big going on. So I mean, there's no big 3D moments in in those moments. But so 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I guess. Is that a song? Does somebody say that? Is that a song? So yeah, so 2/3 of the movie are definitely, I would say, worth it for the upcharge of the 3D, because it is cool. And there's some of the moments in the room where they're like walking through and you're seeing some of the machines work or whatever, or sometimes Peter's webbing will be like all over the place, and it'll look like the webbing is actually all over the place, and it's so some of those more slower moments, I guess the more outside moments, but I guess some of the fight scenes happen inside too. So I can't really say that either, but definitely the web slinging moments and the fight scenes are definitely worth the 3D upcharge. And you just kind of sit through the other, moments to get to the next cool scene with your 3D, I guess. So to me, even though 2/3 of the movie is really where the real 3D, or the only 3D, I guess, resides, like, it's still worth it to me. So I mean, I don't know if it was because and I was kind of surprised, because like my friend Mara Lee went with me, and she was interested in Sadie Sink's character, finding out who it was, but like when we looked right before the movie, and almost every seat was taken in the 3D theater. I don't know if that's just because because usually 3D movies, like Mara Lee was saying, they don't sell out as well. Usually those theaters are not as busy, but I don't know if those were the only showings people could get and they wanted to see it, and they're like, okay, I guess I'll just put up with the 3D, or they actually really wanted that experience with the Spider-Man and the web slinging through the city and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, we looked right before the while we were waiting for our food. And almost every seat. It wasn't in the grand theater though. It was in one of the smaller theaters. I think there was only like 3 seats that weren't taken. So, like I said, maybe people were just wanting to see the movie and everything else was sold out. So they're like, well, I'll go to a 3D showing, I guess. So, I'm going to say superhero fatigue. Where exactly? I don't know. I didn't see it today because there was like lines of people, and they were all. There were Spider-Man shirts. There was maybe 2 people in like full-ass Spider-Man suits. The people came out for the Spider-Man. So I guess, of course, it has a built-in fan base too after 4 movies. It's like, maybe make a superhero movie people actually want to see, with characters they actually want to see, and maybe they'll show up. I don't know. So I'm just saying, I didn't see much superhero fatigue today. It was, there was superhero excitement all over the theater. But yes, I guess my final point is Sadie Sink was in the movie, and the 3D, even though there are slower moments you have to get through to get back to the cool stuff, still worth it. Still worth it for me, personally, as the 3D vote. So I would say go enjoy. The 3D is a-okay partner. So, but I'll get this uploaded for you. Maybe do one of the other videos before I pass out. Maybe not. Who knows? And I'll see you for when I see you.